All right. So the reason why they're making the robot trucks is because, well, we have the technology. We didn't have technology like this 10, 20 years ago. So if we're going to have technology like this, with the 5G and the AI revolution, your best companies are going to use it. And that's not only for the trucking industry, that's for like any industry. So, turnover. Turnover is another problem. Truckers can get tired. Truckers can sleep. Truckers maybe don't, they can pass out. They don't do the whole round. Call centers, there's a lot of turnover in call centers. So that's why AI robots, from Unique Soul Machines, IPsoft, that can do either partial or the whole work, technically. I've actually seen behind the scenes. So once that rolls out, cashiers. Well, so it's not only, well, it's a lot of factors involved. One is I'm like Bo, I give you the lay down on it. It's just my thought. It's a fact. But like, okay, so go the cashier industry. Well, I wouldn't say there's turnover so much because just people just work in the cash register. But it's just the technology is there. If the technology is there to do things faster than a human, the AI can do it. They're going to use that technology. So, it's when the technology arrives, yeah, it's going to cause disruption, no doubt. Once they pull this technology through, once they get it behind the scenes and get it going, so it's definitely going to cause disruption. But that's just the way it is. There's always been disruption in every industrial revolution, except we have robots do the work, not just partial work. We have robots that can do like all the work. You know what I mean? It's just more advanced. And not only that, robots are learning. They can learn. Back then it's just robots. You just program the robot to do something. But now you can teach the robots, and the robots can learn. That's another difference. Besides the previous. That's why you have robots that, move themselves, recharge themselves. That's why you have, like the guy introduced the stalking robot. He uses virtual reality, and when he's moving his arms, the robot is moving his arms. And he said he's training the robot to do that, so he doesn't have to do that. The robot can do that. It's another difference between this industrial revolution and others. It's but there's always been differences in industrial revolution, but it's just really the AI stepping forward. That's really the main thing in the 5G. That's really kind of just really taking it to another level. You know what I mean? From the autonomous vehicles to autonomous robots. So all industries, companies want to save money, and they want to make profit. And that's in all industries. And they don't want turnover. So eventually all industries will be roboticized. It's just when it's, like I said, that they got the surgery robot. Right now they're working together with the human, but they plan on letting when it's getting good enough to just do it without the doctor. Yeah, we're moving pretty fast. Faster than you think. So, but now the trucking industry is a little different. They have something called platooning. So it's not going to be, truckers I think are going to be safe, but the hours are going to be cut unless they're going to be compensated for the hours, because they're going to have majority of the work done by the robot truck. The only thing is just unloading, lifting, and maybe refueling. But the truck is going to drive majority. So you just have just the left. And they're having platooning. So it's like Um, the truck gets close to another truck, and it's like trucker lingo thing. So it's not completely, um, your job's not completely destroyed, but it's taking the majority of the shift of the job, and until eventually it gets even better, smarter, and we got better robots, and I'm, which is every 2 years it seems. So I mean, eventually it will be. I think probably about 5 years, but we'll see. So I mean, the more harder the job, so it's trucking. Trucking's harder than robotaxi, because robotaxi, you can, just get in there, boom, you can go, and you can just, go wherever. But trucking involves, unloading, refueling. But then again, I mean, I guess the robotaxis need fuel too. Well, actually, they run electric, but they're planning to actually get on electric trucks. So once that happens, you have robot trucks that are electric. You know, um, you know, then either it can refuel itself, or the person can just refuel it. I mean, not refuel it, charge it up. You know what I mean? It's quicker. It can go longer miles. Um, and this guy I saw in the video, he says, well, they want to get rid because, well, he said, we're upset because you don't pay us enough, and they want to use the technology. No, it's because the technology's there, and they want to maximize the profit for the companies. They want to get the most profit. Um, and turnover. He said there's shortage of drivers. Well, that might be true, and they don't pay him enough. But no. But then he said, no, there's not a shortage of drivers. It's you don't pay us enough. Bottom line is just the technology is here. If the technology wasn't here, they would keep on having truckers. I mean, because technology is not here. They can keep on having truckers for years and years and years. But unfortunately, the 5G, the AI thing is it's disruption. And the bottom line, they want to save money, and they want to maximize profit. It never gets tired. But that being said, there's still duties. So like I said, the trucking industry is a little different than the robot taxi, because you have to have people that unload. You have to unload shipment and boxes and stuff. I mean, sure, they can get Digit to do that, but it just depends. That's a different company. I mean, I don't know. I hate to say it, but probably in a couple of months they're probably going to think about that. Believe me. But if they don't, at least you have that. So I mean, so maybe the benefit is, yeah, your hours are cut. But what happened if your hours are cut, but they're still gonna pay you for the 8-hour shift, right? I mean, that would be fair, right? But we'll see. So maybe they would do that. So you get paid 8 hours, even though you have less shift to do. But it's coming for all industries. It really is, the AI 5G thing. I mean, it really is. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. It's not because companies hate people. It's just a money thing. The companies want profit. They want to maximize the profit. They want to get work done the quickest. They want less turnover. AI. Sorry, but it's just the way it is, and you can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. There's just too many companies invested in this stuff. So, but if you're in the truck industry, don't feel bad like your job's gonna get away, because, like I said, there's a lot of things involved in trucking. It's just a robot truck and drive, but like you need somebody to unload. You need somebody to refuel. So, you'll be okay.